Welcome to Building Fortunes Radio. Make sure you check us out at buildingfortunesradio.com. Along with our marketing partners, we're here to help our PM Marketing Network Lead customers build their businesses and make the world a better place. At Building Fortunes, we know how much your business means to you and the people important to you. So spread the word, tell a friend, join our newsletter, and go make a difference in your world. Now, on to our show with your host, Peter Mingles.
Hello, everyone. Peter Mingles here. You're listening to Building Fortunes Radio on a Saturday. It's actually March 5th. Could you believe it already? 2 months out of the year already gone. We're into the third month. You're either ahead or behind on your goals, depending on which goals you might have set. And I get a chance to share a microphone with Dr. Ariston Awitan every Saturday at this time, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. For those people unfamiliar with Dr. Awitan, he is a very successful retired doctor, and he emigrated here from Philippines in 1965, and I've had the great pleasure to be able to have many of these radio shows with him, and I'm always impressed with him, and I'm always impressed with his knowledge about a lot of things, but I am really impressed with the course or the path that he has taken right now with one of the most exciting new economies, I believe, out there, and that's the digital currency world. So I asked him to host our radio shows every Saturday at this time. You can always go and find him on buildingfortunesradio.com. So when you go there, find a good-looking guy for Dr. Ariston Awitan, and you can hear some of the previous radio shows, but this one, meaning this topic specifically, I currently enjoy because we're talking about the new economy, the digital currencies, the breakaway from the traditional banking, and for people that are like me, merchants, who don't like to pay the predatory rates of the banking fees associated with credit cards and everything else, this is absolutely a spot-on, white-hot topic for me. The only limiting factor is, so far, people's adoption of this new technology, and therefore that's why I host Building Fortunes Radio talking about these things, because the more of our customers were using digital currency, the less I would have to pay as a merchant on those predatory fees that merchants usually charge. So for all you merchants out there, promote the digital currencies. This way we can all save some money and have more control. And by the way, that has nothing to do with anything like the collapse of the dollar, who knows what's going on with whatever kind of conspiracy or realistic things that people might be talking about. The reality is there's a tangible, fungible way of dealing with moving money around legitimately, and that is certainly with digital currency. So Dr. Awitan, thanks first of all for being here. Tell us a little bit about you, and then let's jump into this week's topic.
Thank you very much, Peter. I am Dr. Ariston Awitan Jr., born and raised in the Philippines, immigrated to the United States in 1965, a physician by profession, orthopedic surgeon by specialty, and network marketer by choice. I was in private practice as board-certified orthopedic surgeon for 33 years in the southeast part of Houston in Pasadena, Texas. I am a martial artist interested in health, physical fitness, antioxidants, and free radicals for over 20 years. Now, today we are going to continue our discussion about Vizionary Capricorn business. We are going today to present the compensation plan explained the easy way by Global Master Distributor Andy Morbitzer, President of Vizionary. He will be explaining how easy to duplicate and to build your Vizionary business to 32,000 euros per week in as little as 8 to 11 weeks. So without further ado, let's go. Here it is.
With kind of the theme that I'm going to start with here today about simplifying the comp plan, keeping it easy, keeping it replicatable. Understanding comp plans can be your best friend, or the comp plan can be your worst enemy. Understand that simple duplication is the key for the average person. Now, what we're going to present today is very simple. We're going to take industry minimums of, let's say, 2 people. The industry minimum is we're sponsoring. We're selling mining packages, in this case, would be 1.9 people. So 1 person left, 1 person right are the minimums. So what do you need to do to earn $32,000 a week? So this document is in your back office. This is under visionaryabc.com under the downloads. and you're going to find this first document I'm going to talk about before you can earn the $32,000 a week in commissions. There's a couple of things you need to do. So as you get in, you get acclimated to our platform, and you understand the comp plan, the basic operating rules, and how things work. The very first thing you want to do, though, is you want to get active status so you can earn commission. And active status for the current week is the week that you're joining. So the week that you bought your initial mining package, where you bought a package to mine Capricorn, that's your current week that you join. And then you get an active status for the next 4 weeks. So a total of 5 where you would be binary commissions. Now, for upgrading, you're given an active status for the current week, the week of upgrading, and the following week. So here's how this really works out. What do you need to do to stay active once your initial 3 weeks have passed? We put in the 3 weeks for a period of time for people to acclimate themselves on the culture, to understand what it is that they're doing. And I'm going to make it real simple here today. To stay active in the system, you need to mine coins. And to mine coins, every package that you buy, every mining package when you come in, is going to put a predetermined amount of slots on your account for that first week. So if you came in at silver, you're going to have 8. If you came in at gold, you have it would be 24. And then if you came in at the top end at the platinum, you would have 80 slots maximum for those levels per week. So what you're doing is you are actually purchasing a mining slot or more that week. And it's not more difficult than that. Check this movie on how to purchase mining slots. Well, we've been down that road. Today it's more about structure, how to make money, what replication and duplication it does to leverage your business to make a lot of money as fast as possible. So, very first thing, stay active. To stay active, hold on one sec. To stay active, you're going to need to mine 1 slot per week to be qualified. So, it all explains it in this document how to stay active. I suggest that all of you go in and take a peek at it. The very first thing you want your people to do is come in and get active. So, the very first thing you need to do, convert binary points into paid out commissions. To earn matching bonuses, to participate in the SysRep Pool 1 and SysRep Pool 2, you need to be active. But look at this. If you do not have an active status, you will still be getting the following. You can earn direct sales commissions. You can still accumulate binary points. You can participate in SysRep Pool 2. Remember the difference between 1 and 2. 1 is you have units on your account, and 2 are the units that you mine above and beyond 500 units that's going to qualify you for SysRep Pool number 2. So those are all you really need to do to stay active and qualify for commissions in the comp plan. And so you might be saying, okay, what do you mean by left and right? And you need to sponsor. Well, this is just a genealogy tree. It's very basic. Let's say here's one of Nicole and I's spot worldwide, and we brought somebody into the left and we brought somebody into the right. So we personally sponsored one to the left and one to the right. Very easy, very replicatable. Now, what you need to understand is how do you make the money and what does that mean? So when we look at this document also, as you can see, is under visionaryabc.com, and this is a document called maxing the binary. And what this really is illustrative of is over here to the left, you have weeks. And up at the top, you have the package level. You have 297 silver, you have 897 gold, you have 289 to 2897 for the platinum. Now, if you read the fine lines on this, and this is if everyone came into your business as a silver package, and this is the way we're going to start going, guys. Silver product package. Ideally, you'd like to do it as the gold, but there's a big difference between between $297 and $897, and we're going to start marketing and promoting the silver product package. Now, by all means, if you come across somebody that are interested in gold and the platinum, understand that these numbers throughout everything are really interchangeable as far as volume is considered, left and right. Because here's what this really does is this is very easy. Because we're going to go silver product package for this reason only. Acquisition costs. I mean, how much does it cost for somebody to join Vizionary and have and reap the benefits, really? Because bronze is really off the table for me. To me, that's somebody coming in, getting their toe wet, holding a place in genealogy. They get 2 slots for the week, and that's it. But if you want to grow and want to replicate, you're going to do the very basics. Now, if you followed these numbers, why, of course, you would see the same results. The max binary income means 32,000 euros paid out in 1 week. So this is just illustrative of how many people, how many mining package, I guess would be a better term, that you would need on both sides of your business. So when you look at this is kind of misleading in my eyes, but if you read the fine lines here, you'll come to the determination. This is per leg. You reach max binary with the growth of 1,000 sold silver product packages in each leg in 1 week. So when you look at these numbers, this is representative of one leg, either left or right. Remember, left or, let's see here, left, which they call the power leg, or right, your working leg. And we're going to do replication because this is what we need for to get in, get out. So we're going to start with the 297 because of the price point, because of it's the easiest way to get in, stay active, mine 1 slot per week without adding additional consideration to your business. And let me put that in a different way. The silver will maintain itself through the commissions that you will make enough money that you will be able to buy mining time that will give you 1 slot per week and keep you qualified for additional bonuses, additional benefits in the sysreps. And those are bonus pools that are going to reward you for participation. But I remember one time, a long time ago, one of the very first times that I looked at a binary comp plan, and I said, okay, this is easy enough. But some of the things that this young man shared with me was quite impressive. Think of it this way. Let's say you go to work, and let's change this, because let's be honest, guys. Week 1 through 11, more than likely, you're not going to build a business up to 1,024 in 10 weeks. It is what it is. Less than 1% of the people will be able to do that. Not to brag, I've done it several times. I've written a comp plan, two, maybe 3 times in this industry on different types of binary comp plans and hybrids and all this stuff. So I have a working knowledge of how this really works. But we're getting down to the basics here. Let's assume that instead of this being 1,000 packages sold in each leg in 1 week, let's do half that. Let's just break it right down the middle, just like we were looking at it like this. Let's say instead of having 2 to the left and 2 to the right, we just have 1 to the left and 1 to the right. 2 people. You sell 2 mining packages. You put 1 silver left and you put 1 silver right. Now, that automatically qualifies you to earn binary commissions because you have 200 commissionable value or 200 CV that is personally sponsored left and right. Now you're off to the races. You sponsored 1 to the left and 1 to the right. Now, when we look at this document, it says really you need 2 to the left and 2 to the right because remember this is 1,000 packages sold in each leg in 1 week of the entire group, your entire group's production. So let's cut that in half. I'm sure everybody on this call will be happy with making $16,000 a week. I know I would. Now, with that said, now we can look at these numbers as, okay, 2, 4, 8, 16, before. All that this is doing is really doubling every time. And every time it doubles, it leverages, it builds volume. So when you look at the first, and let's say we don't even do this in 11 weeks. Let's take these numbers over to the left, and let's make those months. So let's say that this is the first year of your business, because $16,000 a week to be achieved in 1 year is phenomenal. I mean, when you look at it, that's $64,000 a month. So that's awesome. I mean, it doesn't get any better. So to keep this nice and easy and simple, when you first start out, and let's call this your first month, you have 2, and then you're going to go find 2. Let's say I brought in Joey and I brought in Jamie. I got to find Joey and Jamie. The very first thing I do to them is first assess their centers of influence. You've got to work with the people that you brought into the business, because if you don't, more than likely they will do nothing. So you, as the leader, as their mentor, as you being the one that's going to show them the ropes and show them how to replicate their business, you need to really drill down into their centers of influence, sometimes with some of these people. Because what you want is for every person that you bring in, they bring in too. And you need to train, you need to spend some time with your leaders. If you're not spending time right now with the people that are engaged in your platform and in building your business, you're missing the boat. You're leaving money on the table. You have got to build a relationship, and I mean on a daily basis. Just about every one of my leaders I brought into this business. Now, some of them are experienced network marketers, and they probably get tired of hearing from me, but nevertheless, that's the way it goes. You want your leaders and the people that you personally sponsored to be successful. The whole key to being successful personally is to make other people successful. Somebody famous once said that, one of the Zig Ziglars or somebody like that. But it's true. Guys, understand, if the average person only has a center of influence of 10 people, you want to help those people that you personally sponsored find the 2 individuals out of their 10 people of centers of influence that want to join Vizionary. And you've got to paint a picture, which we're going to do through some marketing efforts here in the very near future, where we're going to paint the picture of the problem, of macroeconomics, of insolvency, indebtedness, of currency wars. You know, Capricorn's a beautiful way to have assets that you can convert into any currency. And that's powerful, especially in this time and place in the world where currency wars are going on strong. I mean, you got Russia and China and the yuan that might be backed by gold, for example, that a lot of people would flock to. You got an insolvent dollar. Well, just about every currency in the world is insolvent at this point in time. It's just a matter of time when it all goes haywire. So when I look at Vizionary, I look at our product Capricorn, this is a way that I can convert my fiat currencies into a digital currency that's going to allow me to have diversification. It's going to allow me to have options to convert my cryptocurrency into any fiat currency that I want to in the world. Think of how powerful that is. Let's say the dollar dies and the yuan goes up, or the euro goes up and the dollar goes down. Whatever happens, and some of these currencies of some of these countries are not going to make it through the next 10 years. So it's very prudent that you learn how to earn income in Vizionary, because at the end of the day, our product produces Capricorn, and that Capricorn is going to allot you certain advantages over all other people in the world when things go south, when things get difficult, when there's some challenges in the financial world, and it's coming. Guys, I'm not crying wolf. It's coming. There's no way around it. So one of the most effective things that you can do is start building an online digital international savings account in Capricorn. And one of the ways you're going to do that is through this binary system. And this binary system is going to allot you up to $32,000 in 1 week. That $32,000 can be an additional income stream because with the decline of the dollar and indebtedness and insolvency comes job loss, comes fears. Guys, protect yourself now. You are given a platform right now that is, in essence, work equity to convert fiat currency to digital currency. It's as simple as that, guys. Forget about all the mining and the blockchain and all that stuff. What we offer is the ability to convert fiat currency to digital currency. Why? Because you need to be diversified in this challenging 21st century we live in. And if you don't, you really need to reassess where you are and what you're trying to do. Because the last thing I want to do is to work, save, invest. And I left the financial world, all the derivatives and the securities and all the things that I was building in September 2008 when mysteriously, out of the blue, 46.3% of the value of the stock market was sucked out in about a 3-week period. Every baby boomer on the planet lost about half their net worth. So, guys, when I talk about diversification, I talk about having a cryptocurrency. In times of peril, in times of challenge, cryptocurrency is not regulated by central authority. You will have the ability to go to an ATM and pull out as much cash as you want. Because the card, when we look at Greece, what happened over there, where they clamped down, put capital controls and said, you could only take out 100 euros and 50 euros. And then there was a couple of weeks there where they couldn't pull out any money. The reason is because that ATM card that they were using was controlled by central authority. They dictate whether you can get your money out or not. What we offer here with Vizionary and Capricorn is you taking control of your own financial destiny. You can pull out as much money as you want without any kind of central authority or capital control. And that is huge moving forward, guys. So, I know I got off on a rant there, but nevertheless, when you look at this comp plan, it's really quite easy. It's all about duplication. Now, you go in, your first, and we're talking about months now instead of weeks, but it's the same principle. 2 who get 2 who get 2. It's that easy and that simple. How many people do you know? Can you find 2 people? And upon introduction of Visionary, you might flat out say to somebody, when joining Visionary, you really want to have 2 people that understand the value of what Visionary and Capricorn offer. I mean, to be effective, guys, and I've got marketing coming, we're going to start working on this, you have to present the problem. And that problem is insolvency, is indebtedness, the devaluation of currencies around the world. Guys, it's just not here in the United States. It's just so happened that the U.S. has some luxuries and benefits that have been, quite honestly, mismanaged. We had the ability to print money. We had the ability to really underwrite the loans and have just about every major section of industry pegged to the dollar, whether that was the rebuilding of Europe after the big World War, whether that was the petrodollar, in which we made an agreement with the Saudis to protect the Saudis from invasion or war and people steering their oil and gold. That's how this all started. So understand, as the dollar goes, so goes all other currencies around the world. That's why if I could come through the phone and grab you and shake you and say, this is something that's very dead serious that you need to do right now. I'm showing you the easiest way to duplicate this. 2 you get 2 you get 2. If you follow that method, we don't care really what the term is. We really don't. It could be weeks, it could be months. But think of it this way, if you could build this and sustain this, all that you're required hired really to do is teach two people to get two people. And if you can do that, the first 6 months are brutal. You got 2, then 4, then 8, then 16, 32, 64. Look at the second 6 months. 128, 256, 512, 1,024, and then 11 would be 2,048, and 12 would be 4,096. So when you look at it like that, get two for 12 months will make you more money than most of you have ever made in your life. Probably weekly than you do monthly. So it's very powerful. It's easy. Now, all these numbers represent if you did the same thing in gold or you did the same thing in platinum. But understand, you're going to have a mix of people that come in at different values. So that may increase or decrease the month of the week in which you achieve this $32,000. Now, what we want to teach and what we want to do moving forward is exactly that. You come in, get active, and we know that being active is 1 slot per week, and to be earned binary commissions, you need to have 200 TV left and 200 TV right, personally sponsored. Then you're off to the races. Take the time to train the people that you personally sponsor. If you do that, you'll be successful. Because at the end of the day, industry standards, remember, industry minimums, 1.9 people. So everybody has an uncle and a brother, or an aunt and a little sister, or a hairdresser, or a barber, or somebody, the next door neighbor. Everybody and anybody can get 2 people. And
okay, I think, Peter, it's time for a station break.
It sure is. Here we go.
Thanks for listening to Building Fortunes Radio. If you sell a product or build a sales force, you should check out PM Marketing and Network Leads. Visit www.networkleads.com. For over 16 years, PM Marketing has helped distributors build home-based businesses through lead generation, website development, automated email delivery systems, and sales training. If you're looking for a way to increase your skills and increase the number of people that see your product or opportunity, Network Leads can help. To learn more, visit networkleads.com or call 386-385-8679. That's 386-385-8679. Ask about their lead management system, capture pages, personalized websites, training, humongous blogs, the humongous classified ad network, or their webinar schedule. NetworkLeads.com can be your one-stop shop for everything you need. Now, back to the Building Fortunes radio show.
And we are back. Peter Mingles here with Dr. Awitan. And Dr. Awitan, we have about a minute, so you got to wrap this up kind of quick. Thanks for being here.
All right. Thank you, Peter. This visionary Capricorn business gives you the ability to convert your fiat currency into Capricorn cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is not regulated by central authority. You take control of your own destiny. Members are advised to upgrade as soon as possible to the higher level packages, at least to a gold package. Then put 1 gold member on your left leg and 1 gold member on your right leg. This compensation plan is simple. Get 2 people to get 2 people, who gets 2 to get 2 for 12 months. You know, we have a problem, the devaluation of the fiat currency all over the world. Luckily, we have the solution. Convert our fiat currency to Capricorn digital currency that we can control without the control of the government, banks, or central authority. We have also the ability to diversify our assets to exchange our digital currency to any currency of the world. Listen to our previous radio shows at www.buildingfortunesradio.com. Click on my picture at the middle of the page to access the MP3 links. My phone number is 713-392-5493. You can read the text of our presentation at my blog at www.humongosblog.com/AAWITAN. This is Dr. Awitan signing out with my friend Peter Mingles. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye now.
You've been listening to the Building Fortunes Radio Show on buildingfortunesradio.com. Thanks for listening. Check us out every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time for the designated Building Fortunes Radio segment with Peter Mingles. Be sure to check out the buildingfortunesradio.com website for our featured segments. It's been our privilege to have you listen in. At Building Fortunes Radio, we wish you the success you deserve and are willing to work for.